Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make a shopping bag which consists of only 3 stitches. So we're going to start off with, you will need 2 lengths of 76cm cord for the handles and 24 lengths of 2mm cord for the handles. Now I am using a 4mm cord. So we're going to start by just joining the two ends of one of the handles together and doing a simple overhand knot. So over we go. Doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, and through the middle. Just make sure that this is the same length as the other end. We want them both the same length. Okay, so we have our circle. Now we're going to take one of the 24 lengths we've cut, fold it in half, and it's fraying a bit, but that's because it's nice cotton. We're going to take it down underneath that loop we have just formed for the handle, and then we're going to take the two ends, I'm going to place them back together so they're even, and we're going to place them through that loop. And if you pull from the two ends, place that there. There we go. And that is the log's head knot. So that's the first one. This is the second one. Again, I've evened them up. So down through the top, and then put the two ends through the middle and pull. Just try and keep your strings straight. I am pulling on the other end, holding these two ends. I'm quite close to there, just to try and make sure that they're even. I don't want the strings uneven at the end. A little bit's fine, but a lot is too much. So continue until you have added 12 of these strands to this handle. Right, now that all the cords are attached, we need to make them look a little bit tidier. So I'm going to move them round. So that they're all touching where I've done my overhand knots. Just so it's in one place. So just move them all along. And then we're going to start doing square knots. So this is the only other knot you'll need to learn, will be the square knot. Just make sure they're reasonably tight, reasonably flat. If you don't have a bump on every single set of strands that you've added, there is a problem. So it means you've done it the wrong way round, basically. It's not a problem because you can simply undo it and just redo again. Right. So we've got a handle and we've got our 12 strands. So I'm now going to attach this to my clipboard. You can either use a clipboard or just use something. I did have a paperweight up here. It seems to have gone up. Oh, here he is. Or use a paperweight, just hold your work down. If you've got something, it would be really handy. It just helps you, because you can see what's happening here. It's sliding off. And I like to work at an angle as well. So for this, the first 3 rows, I'm going to work on my clipboard. If you don't have a clipboard, you can use a hardback book. I'm just trying to I want these notches underneath at the moment. See why in a minute. They're going to be my guides now. Right. Okay, I'm not really combing these, I'm just flattening them so that we can try and get them in position. Right, so a square knot. We're going to want to do 6 square knots straight along the top. So a square knot in this design consists of 4 cords. So if you take the 4 cords on your left hand side, with the leftmost cord, make the letter C and just place it over the 3 cords. Lift up the cord to the right, cord 4. That goes over the top of your C. Now, because the cord's long, I'm just bundling it in my hand for easy manoeuvrability. Okay, that's all. The cord goes under the 2 middle cords, which are known as filler cords, and then up through the middle of your letter C. And then we take the 2 ends and then we pull them. Take note where my thumb is. I'm holding that there to keep the square cord taut. So there's 1. And 2. Now this square knot, sorry, I just realised I didn't demonstrate the other half. That's half of it. So for the other half, there. So we make the letter D. This is what I've just done very quickly, sorry. The letter D, and then again the left-hand cord, pick it up over the top of that right-hand cord. So it's totally in reverse what we've done first of all. Pull those together, keep your thumb, and keep these 2 cords flat. And there's your first square knot. I'll repeat again as I made a little bit of a faux pas. Right now, as we're working from left to right, just make sure you use the next 4 cords and you use them in the right order. Don't twist them. Okay, so we started with our C. We lifted up the right hand cord. That come under the 2 filler cords in the middle of our C. And then we'll pull the 2 ends. Now, can you see what's happening as I'm not keeping my thumb on those 2 middle filler cords? They're starting to twist and turn. Just gently pull them down. Now keep them flat. So that's your first half. Now aim for this to be the same height. This horizontal bar to be the same height as the next one, roughly. Okay, so the other half of this square knot, we make our D. This is a bit I rushed through before. And with the cord on the left hand side again, this lifts over the D, under the 2 filler cords, and in the centre of your D. And that's our second square knot done. So now we want to carry on and complete another 4 square knots. So we'll have 6 square knots in that row.